Sharks, did you know that the best coffee in the world grows in Kenya? I would know. I grew up on my grandfather's coffee farm in Kenya. Us Kenyans, we're very proud of the coffee that grows on our soil. But there's a catch. The farmers don't always make enough for the delicious coffee that they produce. In fact, 90% of the labor in coffee comes from women, but so many are not compensated because they don't own the land. That's why I created a new way to compensate the coffee farmers. At Kahawa 1893, we source our coffee directly from women farmers in Africa. But that's not all. We go one step farther. Our customers can tip the coffee farmers. We have over 16 different coffees. Robert, I know you like a dark roast.
I do.
We have an African spice coffee, which is chai spices. It's a very popular coffee drink in Kenya.
Oh, that's a good coffee.
Yeah.
I'm a tea girl, but that's a good cup of coffee.
That iced coffee is very smooth.
That's really
great.
nice.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
tasty.
going to give you 9 out of 10 on the coffees. I'm very, very, very particular about my coffee.
I'm glad to hear that.
And when you say leave a tip, how do they leave a tip?
On the back of the bag, there's a QR code that the customer scans and it takes them to a landing page where they can enter their information and leave the tip. I'm the founder and CEO of Kahawa 1893 Coffee. Kahawa 1893 is a specialty coffee company with a mission to empower women farmers. I founded the brand because I grew up on my grandfather's coffee farm, and one of the things that I observed was that women do majority of the labor on the farm. About 90% of the labor in coffee, especially in Kenya, comes from women, but they don't always get compensated appropriately, they don't always get appreciated. So I wanted to build a brand that would center women. That's why for Kahawa 1893, we're powered by women from crop to cup. The name has a very intentional meaning that's tied to our mission. Kahawa means coffee in Swahili, which is the language that we speak in Kenya. And 1893 is the year that coffee was first commercially grown in Africa. And as you know, coffee is originally from Africa, but it traveled around the world from Ethiopia to Arabia to Europe to South America. And eventually in 1893, coffee came back to Africa. So with Kahawa 1893, we're celebrating the rich history of African coffee and contribution that we have on the crop. And we're the first Black and woman-owned coffee brand to be nationally distributed in the US, which is a great achievement for us, but part of our mission is to celebrate African coffee and be an ambassador for African coffee in the world.
Kahawa 1893, since it started in this area, 2018, as women, we have benefited a lot.
One of the cool things that we've done at Kahawa 1893 was we found a way for consumers to tip farmers. So we have a QR code on the back of our bag that you can scan, and if you enjoy your coffee, you can tip the farmers. And that money goes into a fund. And the women have been using that money to invest in themselves, invest in various projects. One of the interesting projects they've invested in is a posher mill.
yankonyire ntwanyorete chibesa korwa ase ekahawa eye tukabekera etinga yaitu iga
etingeye buna ntwa bangina igo twagatarira saa tambe around 3 km twamanya goikere tinga ase tware gochigusia bono rero ngositorororo n'abantu bare inside community no bagoja twanyore bese itwayebekerania amo ekero mutinyu arire bese togochitwabagana yatokonya
samarieta njeni kwambuka mwabi nigo ndo omoremi bwa chikawa igo bono chikawa echio chiankonyera ase ebinto ebinge nanyora chibesa korwa ase ekawa nkagora chimbande chia emesinga simeka naende bono nkanyora ekeombe giachire ngasoima ase ekeombe eke bono nakio ndoete ng'a nkonyora ebesa korwa ekeombe eke nakorera amatumisi ane igo bono ndoete ng'a ekeombe eke nekiya kegenderere nabo keratokonya bono ebese nyasaye karanche gocha engiya chikagu nabo ngosomeria abatu koraba mbwate gose omote koro nachakirie.
Unajua tu kuwa na kikundi, hatukuwa tunajua kuweka hiyo pesa. Juu tukipea mtu tunatoa tunapata kidogo. Sasa hiyo ndio ilitufunza, ndio tukaona hii tutaendelea, ndio tuende mbele.
Through the Women's Fund, the women have been able to invest in their own families to provide basic needs such as food and shelter. But in addition to that, they've been able to invest in small businesses to diversify their income away from coffee. For example, some of the women have been able to invest in a tailoring business.
Okay, vile niliingia kwa hii kikundi ilinifanya nikapata pesa ya kununua machine, materials, ndio nikaanza biashara. Watoto wangu sasa hivi wanasoma vizuri. Sina, yani poverty imetoka. Sasa hivi ninaendelea.
nanje sesemo yane yankonyire ngoirera ndabana esukuru na mbende ningoretaka ng'ombe nkona gukama mwane nimbwate n'echiombe.
In addition to that, the other big projects that we're invested in the community is around education. So we initiated an education scholarship program to support the girl child because I believe in education for women.
Margaret sent some money to assist a girl child from families which are unable to support a girl child in education.
Through this project, we are sponsoring the girl child to be able to go to school and also supporting their learning environment. So we invested in the school. For example, the windows didn't have any covering, so we're able to invest in that so that the children can have a comfortable and inviting learning environment.
4 + 8.
So what we did, we bought school items for the children, for the girls. We bought some shoes, socks, full uniform, that's now the petcoat, school uniform and a cardigan. Then we bought for them a bar of soap because some families cannot afford even a pound of soap. So we bought for them Supras, kiwi to support them, and oil. When a girl child has got all those, he's able to be in school all days, in and out. So because he doesn't miss anything. Most learners were unable to attend school because of family. They had nothing to eat. But now parents are able because they are not paying that, they are not paying uniform, they are not paying that school fees, they are not buying soap. One, the little cents they get from fetches, from milk, from eggs, they support now to buy maize and to feed the family. So the family is now comfortable in doing other activities Now the family is appreciating, and the community is also is appreciating what we are doing. At large, the school, like now the head teacher, saying most of the learners now are not absent because they are able to be fed, they are able to be back in class most of the time.
Nanjinera nilinga biyamana sengenjo Kahawa 1893 ya chakire ya toleteira mangana maya na nunya sawa sisani linde ekembe kegeto kekine na ntu akaratara abe asemore biya igomatokanya mono igonya sawa sisani na ndi musuko moche.
Kahawa 1893, we really appreciate. They have done wonders for us. So, you know, even in Kisii County, there's nothing of this nature. It has never happened anywhere. In Kisii County, it is here that it has started. So, with the time, God willing, still we can encourage more to be moving. And now those who have not planted coffee, Kahawa, we request them to plant Kahawa so that we can get benefits out of it. And we use Kahawa to educate more learners so that in future they will assist the way Margaret is assisting.
I want to take this special opportunity to thank our current customers. Your support towards the Women Fund has been transformative. I've been able to see your funds at work, so your support has been able to fund women's projects in the communities. Thank you especially to our current customers. Your tips have changed lives in Africa. They mean a lot to this generation and the upcoming generation in Africa. So thank you for your support, and we encourage you to invite more people into